Mr. Chavit Singson will be advised during this very hearing, Mr. Chair. I remember Vice Chair Erwin Tulpo confirmed us and said that he will advise you of this request, Mr. Chair. These are all requested. These are all captured in on page 207 of our transcript, Mr. Chair. So I wonder if the committee had made the invitations properly, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I wasn't informed, Your Honor. But next hearing, we will invite them, definitely.
So, thank you.
Likewise, Mr. Chair. Sir.
Yes,
Also,
Dr. Jerry.
administrative, also if we can invite again Regional Director Panakan kasi medyo malaki po yung napunta sa Mindoro. If hindi pa siya sumaharap, Panay Bulacan po kasi, malaki-laki rin po yung nailagay doon. I think a total of 40 billion. And also, si Congressman Toby Tiangco, I think his revelations during the first hearing were very revealing. If he can be invited. Nahiya po siya pumunta. Sabi niya kasi he was not invited. Baka sabihin, epal siya. But I think he can help a lot.
Yes, we will also invite him or ilan ba, JB? Only one?
Ayan, si Toby Tiangco and Panakan and siguro yung mga
Yeah.
taga Mindoro.
We'll invite them in the next
Thank you,
hearing.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Senator De La Rosa.
So, hindi pala ito ang last hearing natin. Meron pa tayong kasunod na hearing.
Definitely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
And
So-
Mr. Chair, lastly, may I confirm if the chairman made an announcement that Mr. Saldico will not be invited?
Yes, as you know, you have been a congressman for many years. There's what we call interparliamentary courtesy. We do not invite or summon members of Congress in the same manner that they don't invite senators to their hearings. It is up to the congressmen or senators concerned to appear before their inquiries in aid of legislation. That is a tradition.
Yes, Mr.
And
Chair.
that tradition is not accorded to individual members of Congress of either house. It is accorded to the institution.
Yes,
Is that, yeah.
you will.
Yeah, but if he is expelled, then we'll invite him. He's no longer a member of Congress.
Representative Chanco, it was an invitation.
No, we did not extend any invitation to
I was the one who invited him when I was the chairman.
You can speak for yourself.
Yes, that's why. He can be invited. There is no violation of interparliamentary.
Anyway, that's water under the bridge. He will appear, I think, anytime now because he was informed by Senator Ejercito. So can we just proceed? We have a long
Sinasabi ko
day.
po yung tungkol kay Mr. Saldico.
All
Kung
right.
sakaling
Go ahead.
halimbawa nandito siya, we can invite him.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
No issue there. Okay, so today we will hear the testimony of Mr. or former Undersecretary Roberto Bernardo. Kindly stand up so your oath will be administered by the Director General of the Bureau.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? Thank you. You may take your seat.
Thank you. Are you ready to make your statement?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
You may proceed.
Dear Senator Lacson and honorable members of the Blue Ribbon Committee, I am Roberto Bernardo, formerly an Undersecretary for Operations of the Department of Public Works and Highways, DPWH. I was summoned to appear today before the Honorable Blue Ribbon Committee and required to testify in connection with its ongoing inquiry in aid of legislation into the reported anomalies in certain DPWH projects, flood control projects. Bago ko po ilahad ang aking nalalaman sa mga bagay na nais tumbukin ng kagalang-galang na Blue Ribbon Committee, ako po ay umaamin sa aking maling nagawa. Ako po ay hindi naging matatag at tapat sa pagpapatupad ng tungkulin na ipinagkatiwala sa akin ng ating pamahalaan at sambayanan. Taus-puso at puno ng pagsisisi na ako po ay humihingi ng kapatawaran sa Diyos, sa ating bansa at mga kababayan, gayon din sa aking pamilya, mga kaibigan at sa lahat ng aking binigo. Nakagawa po ako ng pagkakamali at pinahintulutan ko po ang aking sarili na maging kasangkapan sa pagpapatupad ng isang masamang gawain. Handa po akong gawin ang lahat ng nararapat upang maiwasto ang aking kamalian at maiwasan na ito'y mangyaring muli. I wish to assure the Honorable Blue Ribbon Committee of my full cooperation with the investigation. I am submitting an affidavit outlining my knowledge and of and involvement in certain events material to the subject of investigation. Moreover, I will disclose and expound on related incidents within my personal knowledge, mindful not only of the materiality of my testimony, but also of my rights, as well as fearful of what effects my disclosures will have on my family's safety and well-being. I have applied before the Department of Justice for coverage as a state witness under Republic Act number 6981, otherwise known as Witness Protection, Security and Benefit Act. I hope the Honorable Blue Ribbon Committee will find merit in my application and favorably endorse the same to the DOJ. With the assurance of the Honorable Blue Ribbon Committee that my rights and benefits under RA 6981 shall be respected, I am prepared to submit the aforesaid affidavit to Honorable Blue Ribbon Committee and swear to and testify on the same, with the approval of the Honorable DOJ Secretary on the disclosure thereof for such purposes. The highly sensitive nature of the disclosures made in my affidavit cannot be stressed enough. These deal with involvement in irregularities of 4 senators and 1 congressman, 1 member of a constitutional commission, and 1 undersecretary, seriously undermining public trust in 2 out of 3 branches of our government and a constitutional body, thereby posing a significant threat to our national security as it may lead to political instability, which may weaken the ability of the government to function effectively. 25 of September 2025, Makati City, Metro Manila. And this, Mr. Chair, signed na po ito.
Okay. May we hear from Secretary Remulla since he mentioned about his application for admission into the program?
Your Honor, we will have to evaluate his statements in relation to all the other testimonies that we have gathered in the DOJ and in the Blue Ribbon Committee.
The Senate President,
Mr. Chairman,
Guzman.
we would like to listen to your sworn affidavit, if you have one, or an affidavit that you will swear to complete the disclosure that you're talking about. Otherwise, those are mere general statements. Please, thank you.
Yes, Mr. President, Mr. Chair, may I be allowed to read the
Yes, you may proceed, Yusek Bernardo.
affidavit? I, Roberto R. Bernardo, Filipino, of legal age, a resident of Malolos City, Bulacan, under oath, deposed and state. In connection with the ongoing Senate Blue Ribbon Committee investigations, I intend to submit this affidavit which provides details of my knowledge about matters within my jurisdiction relating to flood control projects when I was still serving as Undersecretary for Operations of the Department of Public Works and Highways. This affidavit lays out details.
Sorry, excuse me. You have your counsel now with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, po,
Okay,
Mr.
on
Chair.
record. Okay.
This affidavit lays out details of the involvement of legislators as well as other government officials with a commitment on my part to expand these disclosures as my best recollection of facts and records may serve. Number 3, since the received an invitation to appear in these proceedings, I began collating, vetting, and consolidating all written communications, documents, tables, and matrices, and lists in my possession, the retrieval of which has been difficult since I retired from public service last August 2025. With the benefit of more time and greater freedom to access files, I am confident that I can provide even more material and relevant evidence that would clarify the issues once and for all. Number 4, more importantly, I am executing and submitting this affidavit with my full and absolute consent as an integral part of my application to be admitted under the Witness Protection Program through the favorable recommendations of the Honorable Chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee, Senator Ping Lacson, and the Honorable Senate President Tito Soto under Section 4, as well as Section 10 of Republic Act Number 6981, otherwise known as Witness Protection, Security, and Benefit Act before the Department of Justice. I attest and confirm that the names, dates, and transactions mentioned hereunder are based on my direct personal knowledge and have ample documentary support where necessary or desirable if given full opportunity to retrieve the same. Background facts. I earned my bachelor's degree in Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering in 1984. I am a registered civil engineer by profession. In the year 1985, I began my 40-year stint in the DPWH as a laborer. I then climbed the ranks through the years as Associate Civil Engineer, Engineer 2, Engineer 3, and as Assistant District Engineer, Assistant Regional Director. I then became Assistant Regional Director CESO 4 sometime in 2012 until my appointment as Assistant Secretary in 2016. I finally became Undersecretary more than a year later and remained such until my retirement on August 2025. I met former District Engineer Henry Alcantara during my assignment in the Laguna 2nd District Engineering Office. Engineer Alcantara, Engineer Bryce Hernandez, Engineer J.P. Mendoza, and Engineer Algie Jumasig all belong to the Bulacan 1st DEO. 2020-2040 scheme. Sometime after the State of the Nation address of President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. in July 2025, and while I was already on sick leave, I heard from Secretary Bunoan for the first time that Engineer Alcantara, Engineer Hernandez, Engineer Mendoza, and Engineer Dumasig were engaged in contracting activities using the licenses of other contractors. Subsequently, Engineer Hernandez confirmed this arrangement through one of the legislative hearings and by other contractors whose license they used. According to Bryce Hernandez, their sharing is 20-20-20-40% from these activities. My understanding is that they had prepared and signed documents for purposes of collecting payments, which they then apportioned the profits amongst themselves. However, I must admit that I have no personal knowledge on the exact actions they took to accomplish this scheme, and I can only be asked general questions on the systems in place that would have allowed this modus operandi to happen. I categorically state that I have neither knowledge nor participation in these business activities, which were entirely done by Engineer Alcantara, Engineer Hernandez, Engineer Mendoza, and Engineer Dumasig on their own. Ghost projects. At about the same time, after the 2025 SONA, I also heard for the first time that aside from the 2020-2040 scheme, were flood control projects, ghost projects, for which Engineer Alcantara, Engineer Hernandez, Engineer Mendoza, and Engineer Dumasig were also responsible. These were confirmed later by Secretary Bunaan during a separate legislative hearings. I called up Engineer Alcantara to ask him about these flood control ghost projects. He denied any participation. Subsequently, he likewise told me that he even convened the officers of Bulacan 1st DEO to confront them about these ghost projects, and that some officers, it was Engineer Hernandez who was the primary person responsible for the same. In the exact words of Engineer Alcantara, si Bryce po yan. I categorically state that I have neither knowledge nor participation in these flood control ghost projects. Congressman Zaldico. My personal knowledge regarding Congressman Zaldico are set out as follows. Congressman Zaldico one time called me to say that he met Engineer Alcantara and wanted to confirm, maayos bang kausap si Engineer Alcantara? To which I replied, maayos po. Engineer Alcantara then told me that Kong Zaldico was asking for a 25% commission, and out of that amount, 2% was to be shared equally between Engineer Alcantara and myself. In his exact words, "Boss, hati na tayo sa 2%. Furthermore, Engineer Alcantara would tell me every time that he made deliveries of cash to Congressman Zaldico in compliance with his commitment to Congressman Zaldico. In this affidavit, I shall mention my personal knowledge regarding Senator Chis Escudero as follows. Maynard Ngu and I are close friends, and we go years back. He is also a close friend and campaign contributor of Senator Chis Escudero. Maynard Ngu asked me to submit a list of projects. I personally submitted a list of projects to Maynard Ngu, and some of the items therein pertaining to Valenzuela and Marinduque projects were subsequently included in the General Appropriations Act. A copy of the list of Valenzuela and Marinduque projects is here to attach to this affidavit as Annex A. When I gave him the list and in relation to the commitment, I asked him, "Boss, paano to?" Maynard replied, "Bahala ka na." I asked, "Boss, okay na ba ang 20%? Maynard said, "Okay." After inclusion of the projects in Dagaa, I delivered 20% of approximately 800 million or about 160 million to Maynard Ngu, which was meant for Senator Escudero. Finally, I would like to add that deliveries of cash were personally made to me, by me, to Maynard Ngu at his office in Manila. I confirm that Commissioner Lipana requested that he be referred to officers of DPWH Bulacan 1st DEO. I referred to Engineer Bryce Hernandez. I have no personal knowledge if they were able to secure a project in Bulacan 1st DEO. Furthermore, and subject to possible referral to an executive session upon the approval of the Honorable Chairman, I attest to the broader systemic issues in DPWH that are widespread. My statements hereunder are based on personal knowledge and direct interactions with the personalities involved with great risk to my safety and that of my family members. I confirm the following. Yusek Traigib Olaybar of DepEd. Yusek Traigib Olaybar used to work for Senator Ramon Bong Revilla and Senator Sani Angara before his appointment as Yusek for the Department of Education. Sometime 2010, I met for the first time Yusek Olaybar, who was then working in the office of Senator Bong Revilla. Later, I learned that he transferred to the office of Senator Edgardo Angara and then later to Senator Sani Angara. Sometime 2024, Yusek Olaybar personally called me for a meeting to discuss about unprogrammed appropriations, supposedly for the office of the Executive Secretary. In the said meeting, he requested me to submit a list of projects. After the meeting, I asked Bulacan 1st DEO to prepare a list of projects for funding. Thereafter, Engineer Alcantara submitted a list of projects worth 2.85 billion. Here to attach as Annex B is a list of those projects. Subsequently, I submitted this list to Yusek Olaybar. Yusek Olaybar told me that the commitment is 15%. In his words, "Boss, 15 yan." Thereafter, the DPWH received a special allotment release order for 2.85 billion for the projects listed in Annex B. Engineer Alcantara, from time to time, would collect and deliver the agreed 15% commitment to me, which I delivered or caused to be delivered to Yusek Olaybar in Magallanes, Makati, and other places. Senator Ramon Bong Revilla. Sometime in the year 2024, Senator Revilla and I met where I gave him a list of projects given to me by Engineer Alcantara. Senator Revilla asked for a commitment, which I suggested. Then he approved at 25% of the total amount of the projects indicated in the list here to attach as Annex C. I relayed the 25% commitment to Engineer Alcantara and told him that Senator Revilla will appreciate additional contributions for his senatorial re-election bid. Engineer Alcantara collected the 25% commitment, or about 125 million, which was turned over to me and then delivered to Senator Revilla in his house in Cavite. Senator Nancy Binay. Sometime in the year 2024, Carlin Villa, a staff of trusted confidant of Senator Binay, called me and asked for a commitment which was set at 15% of the total amount of the projects indicated in the list here to attach as Annex D. I relayed the 15% commitment to Engineer Alcantara. Engineer Alcantara collected 15% commitment, or about 37 million, which was turned over to me and which I then delivered to Senator Binay at a house in Quezon City. Given the complexities of the transactions and personalities involved, I humbly reserve the right to submit a supplementary affidavit if warranted in the premises. I attest to the truth of the foregoing statements based on my personal knowledge and authentic records. In witness or hope, I will be affixing my signature this day of September 2025 here. Mr. Chair.
Yeah, kindly sign your affidavit in the presence of everybody.
Here, Mr. Chair, I have already signed it.
For the record, you signed the same affidavit that you read, no?
Yes po,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chair.
Maraming salamat, Yusek. Secretary Remulla is recognized.
Your Honor, after hearing his affidavit and his willingness to disclose all other details about the transactions that happened under his watch, may I respectfully ask the committee to allow the DOJ to have an evaluation of Mr. Bernardo immediately. This matter has to be done because of the gravity of the situation and the fact that we may have to really work overtime on legal matters that are needed, or necessary legal matters, so that we can preserve the monies and other things that are involved in this discussion.
Thank you, Secretary Remulla. Will you be open to answer some questions addressed to the Secretary of Justice before you leave? Just like the last time? No, not to Yusek Bernardo, but to the Secretary for some clarificatory questions. I mean, to the Secretary of the OJ, not to the affiant. Because you have to bring him back after lunch, no? Not to you, but Secretary Remulla. Will
Yes,
you
po.
be willing to, not Yusek Bernardo? I'm referring my question to Secretary Remulla. If you're willing to accommodate just a few questions from the members, if they're...
Yes, Your Honor. Of
Okay.
course, Your Honor.
So we'll start with whoever. Senator Erwin Tulfo is first on the list. Kindly limit your questions to, in the meantime, no, to Secretary Remulla. Mamaya na lang yung kay Undersecretary Bernardo. Meron. Anybody? You have some questions?
The same naman lang rin, Mr. Chair, na pag alis ni Secretary Remulla, alis din si Bernardo, baka pwedeng magtanong na kay Bernardo.
Hindi. Ang kasundan natin, pagbalik na lang, kasi hahaba eh. And they have work to do. So we are accommodating them in the same manner that we accommodated Alcantara, Engineer Alcantara, to be brought immediately to the DOJ for evaluation, for some procedure. Then after that, we can have all the time in the world. Maski hanggang madaling araw, kung gusto mong tanongin si Yusek Bernardo,
O sir, pero
you can.
ito, for the benefit of general questions
Hindi na,
na sana
we're just
dahil-
postponing. We're not rejecting your request to propound questions.
Kasi sa akin kasi sir pag sabi niya ngayon dito, diretso kaagad file ng kaso sa DOJ without
Hindi, no,
us
no, no,
giving the benefit na makapagtanong man lang kung
Sige. Sen.
No, I think the thing is that the Department of Justice, as much as possible, would like to evaluate first. They will not file any cases against anyone.
But subsequently, filing of cases will follow. Kung sana naman bago siya makonsider doon, dito muna sa atin. Dahil sa atin niya nilahad yung statement niya, so hindi naman niya nilahad sa DOJ, sa atin muna. So sana makapagtanong tayo bago natin turn over sa DOJ for their consideration.
Mr. Chair, I think the point...
Hearing is suspended. Since there are no senators who wish to propound questions, I think you can... To the
Sir-
DOJ Secretary.
Short lang
Yes,
for
Senator.
DOJ.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Secretary Remulla, sir,
Yes, sir.
can we confirm from you, so far sa itong tinatakbo na investigasyon natin, kung ilan na yung na-admit ninyo sa Witness Protection Program from our resource persons, kung meron na ba?
Sir, under the Witness Protection Program, dalawang klaseng testigo po. One is a protected witness, people who testify in proceedings. If they request assistance from the DOJ in applying for the program, we give them a protected witness status, which means bibigyan na ho namin sila ng security at yung mga ibang benefits pwede na makuha. Ang pagkakaiba lang, pag sinabi hong state witness, ibang procedure din po yun. Kaya yung po yung ina-evaluate ngayon, sa dami po ng transaksyon na nandito, inaayos po namin, tinitingnan ho namin kung paano ho, ano talagang krimen, saan kami magko-concentrate. At kung kaninong testimony po pinakamahalaga, under the Witness Protection Act, yun po, kailangan po makita namin kanino talaga ang necessary para makakuha kami ng conviction later on. Yun po lang ho ang ano dito.
Sir, so far, the level of protection that is being provided to the Diskaya, to Bryce Hernandez, sa ngayon ay sa amin pa lang yan sa Senado?
Yes, sir.
Wala pa.
Sir, I just wrote a letter to the Senate President. I don't know if it was sent here yesterday. Ito po yung informing the senators that we have provisionally accepted them to the program. Tapos i-evaluate namin sila as state witnesses, pero bibigyan ho sila ng security mula po sa sulat na to ay matanggap na Senado. Since they're still under itong tatlong taong ito, si Bryce Hernandez, JP Mendoza, and Henry Alcantara, ay nasa custody po ng Senate at naka-contempt, hindi po namin sila binibigyan pa ng security. Pero ini-inform po namin kayo na bibigyan na namin ng security. And then we have to process also Mr. Diskaya again tomorrow. Mahabang proseso ho ito kasi ang dami hong transaksyon, tsaka dapat alam po natin ang direksyon kung saan po papunta ang mga demanda.
Thank you, Secretary Remulla. Mr. Chair, okay na ako. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Senator Marcoleta.
I just want to make of record that when I approached the Secretary of Justice together with Engineer Bernardo, both of them committed that Engineer Bernardo will go to the DOJ accompanied by the DOJ Secretary for the purpose of filing the appropriate charges only. And Engineer Bernardo will not in any way add or alter the affidavit that he presented before us. Meaning to say, no additions, no subtractions, walang alterations. Whatever copy that he distributed to this committee will be just that.
That is correct.
Thank
At
you,
saka
Mr. Chair.
recorded naman po, nasa transcript, nasa YouTube, nasaan pa.
Yes, sir. Kasi
Kaya
po,
kung mag-alter siya, he will be liable for perjury.
Hindi po, no supplement, no nothing. Kasi
No,
po
he
yung iba,
indicated-
pagdating dito, nagsusupplement. Ang sabi niya, wala na po akong idadagdag. Yun lang po.
Meron siya sa statement niya na I humbly reserve the right to submit a supplementary affidavit
Yun nga
if
po eh.
warranted.
Kaya po
in the
sinabi ko sa kanya,
premises.
meron ka rito, magdadagdag. Kasi dapat sana alam natin because he presented himself before this committee, but whatever he does outside this committee, wala tayong kinalaman. hindi na po natin nalalaman kung ano mangyayari. I mean, for purposes of transparency, Mr. President,
You're saying
Mr. Chair,
that, just
kaya
in case-
po pumapayag na kami na nadadil. Paano yung supplemental? Hindi na po natin malalaman. There will be no guidelines.
Dito rin po yung
dito rin
supplemental.
gagawin yung supplemental.
Hindi nga po natin malalaman eh. We will not be guided. Ano ba sasabihin niya? Why not before us?
Hearing is suspended. So, we'll now allow Secretary Remulla and Yusek Bernardo to leave the premises with a promise or commitment to come back this afternoon. In the meantime, we are now opening to the members yung pagtatanong sa ating mga other resource persons. Yes, you may, your excuse, Secretary Remulla. The Vice Chairman, Senator Erwin Tulfo, is recognized. 5 minutes, same guidelines, same rules apply.
Mr. Chair, ako din po nakukulangan po doon sa sinabi ni Yusek Bernardo. Parang kulang pa po yung mga tao na tinuro niya. So I believe, yung sa supplemental po, aantayin na lang po natin. Siguro pagbalik niya because hindi po ako naniniwala na itong 4 lang po ito. I'm sure meron din po siya siguro mabanggit sa Kongreso, Mr. Chair. Anyway, I would just like to direct my question to Engineer Henry Alcantara. Mr. Alcantara, sangayon po ba kayo doon sa sinasabi ni Yusek Bernardo na dating boss mo?
Doon po sa mga personalidad na binanggit niya, wala po akong personal knowledge. Doon naman po sa sinasabi niya na 15 po, ginagalang ko po yung opinion niya. Pero ako po talaga ay 25 po at kung ano po yung nasa affidavit ko, yun po ang dinadala ko po. Pinadadala ko po sa mga driver po.
So magkaiba po yung sinasabi niya na 15% doon sa sinasabi niyo na 25% ang dinadala niyo po sa kanya.
Yes, Sir Honor. Ako po, yun po talaga ang hinahanda namin at pinadadala po sa mga driver po, Your Honor.
May babanggit po ba siya na doon po sa 25 na yon ay para kay senador na ganito lang o wala na siya binabanggit na meron din ako dyan?
Wala po, Your Honor.
So ibig sabihin, doon sa sinabi niya po na statement, linawin ko lamang, na 15% po ang dinadala niya doon sa mga umano'y mga kasamahan po namin dito versus doon sa binibigay mo sa kanya na 25%. Kulang po. Is that what you're saying? Ang bigay niyo po sa kanya 25%, pero yung nabanggit niya kanina ay 15% lang. So, nawawala po yung 10%. Saan po kaya napunta, Ginoong Alcantara?
Hindi ko na po alam as far as ang knowledge ko po at ang dinadala po namin ay 25% po. Yun po ay hinahanda po. Kasama po ang mga tao ko na naghahanda po nun at nagbibilang, Your Honor.
Chair, nawawala po yung 10% po na ito doon sa 25 na piniprepare nila. Pero po, Mr. Chair, ang tanong ko lang po ulit ay, pero sa pag-prepare po, hindi po ninyo tanong para kanino ba ito boss? Para kanino ba ito boss? Para kanino? Tama naman po yung mga pinagsasabi niya pong pangalan.
I never asked po, Your Honor, kasi po siya lang naman po yung kausap ko po, Your Honor.
Siya lang kausap mo?
Yes po.
Alright. Isa pa pong matanong ko po, kasi nabanggit na rin po ni ninyo, ng grupo ninyo, yung 3 pong kasamahan po namin earlier, o 2 po namin kasamahan, si Senador Jinggoy Estrada. Si Senador Jinggoy po ba, na-meet ninyo personal o kahit nakausap sa telepono in person?
Never po, Your Honor, na kausap tungkol po sa ganyang bagay o sa telepono po. Never
So,
po.
hindi po ninyo na-meet?
Yes po, Your
Or
Honor.
nakausap si Senador Jinggoy?
Hindi po, maliban lang po nung, hindi ko po alam kung birthday yun, yung nasa picture po. Sinama lang po ako ng mga dating kasamahan ko po doon po sa okasyon.
That's how you met Senator
Yes po, Your
Jinggoy. What about Senator Villanueva po?
Senator Villanueva, nakakasama ko lang po siya pag may mga inauguration po, groundbreaking ng mga projects po sa Bulacan. Being the district engineer po, nakakasama ko po siya pag ganung mga okasyon.
Okay, wala na po other than that. Yung mga communication, tawag, after that, yung mga ribbon cutting, kung ano man yan, opening ng kalsada, wala na pong tawag po late at night or after office hours? Wala na pong ganon.
Wala po. Yun lang pong insidente na nag-text siya sa akin na mag-follow up lang po nung request niya kay Secretary Bonoan. Dito po sa budget hearing, yun po, doon ko po siya kinausap dito tungkol po doon sa request niya kay Secretary Bonoan. Pero sa labas po, hindi po kami nagkakasama. Maliban lang kung minsan po, nanonood ako ng PBA, nanonood siya, magkabilang side po kami. Nagkakawayan lang po. Bilang respeto ko po sa kanya.
All right, Mr. Chair. Opo. Okay. Mr. Chair, ito pong mga driver na ito, nandito po ba? Si Andre Balatbat, Christian Santiago, na binanggit po ni D. Alcantara na nagde-deliver po ng pera kay Congressman Saldico. Narito po ba sila?
Ay, kasama ba sila kasal? Opo. Tama.
Narito po yata, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Na-administer mo na yun. Administer lang yung oath. Ito yung debit ng dalawang driver. Hindi ko pa nakita.
Yung kanang kamay po. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Salamat. Take your seats.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Kay Ginoong Balatbat, sino po si Ginoong Balatbat? Kayo po yon? Totoo po ba na kayo po ay nagde-deliver po ng pera doon po sa bahay ni or sa condo ni Congressman Saldico? Will you attest to that po na totoo po yung sinasabi ng boss ninyo?
Mga nasa 6 to 8 na maleta po.
6 to 8 na maleta. Alam niyo po ba kung magkano halaga noon? Di ba kayo sinabihan kung magkano?
Wala po kaming idea.
Saan po dinala? Pero alam po ninyo na pera po ang laman ng maleta po na yon.
Hindi po kinonfirm na pera, so wala po kaming idea.
Ito po ba yung bahay ni ni Congressman ako sa Valle Verde 6?
Bahay po siya pero hindi ko po alam kung kay Senator...
Sino po ang sumalubong po sa inyo doon?
Mga tauhan po yung nandun. Your Honor.
Mga tauhan. Wala pong resibo na parang acknowledgement receipt or what? Basta i-deliver nyo lang po doon?
Hindi ko po alam, Your Honor.
Alright, may papakita po kami slide ng bahay po. Ano po, kung ito po yung bahay na sinasabi ninyo na dineliver po ninyo sa bahay ni Congressman Saldico. Pakilagay po yung bahay. Kung ito po ba, ma-confirm lang po.
Your Honor, magkaiba po yan, Your Honor.
Magkaiba?
Opo.
Okay. Yung sasakyan ho na yan, alam niyo ho yan? Yung NFI 6319?
Your Honor, bali yan po yung nag-pick up po ng... Yan po kasi, Your Honor, yung sa Fairview po.
Ano naman yung sa Fairview?
Bali yan po yung dinadala namin ni Christian ng...
Dinadala po na...
Mga maleta din po yung dinadala namin.
So, hindi lang po isang beses. Kasi kung dinadala po namin, sabi nyo, iba naman po ito. So, ibang sasakyan naman po ito.
Opo, Your Honor. Bali po kasi yung sa sinasabi nyo po na... Yung sa Valle Verde po, isang beses lang po nakapagdala doon eh. Yung sa ano po,
Yung ito.
iba po yan nung ano eh.
Sino po ang diniliberan na naman ninyo ng pera dito? Itong gamit yung sasakyan na ito.
Hindi, Your Honor, hindi po kami ang may gamit ng sasakyan na yan.
Pero kasama po yan dyan sa inyong office, itong NFI 6319.
Hindi po. Bali po, iyan po yung sasakyan ng kumuha ng mga maleta.
Yan po. So,
Opo.
nag-exchange lang kayo. Galing po sa sasakyan ninyo, inilipat nyo po dyan.
Bali sila po yung kumuha sa sasakyan namin.
Saan po ang nangyari itong transaksyon na ito na palitan, na ikarga from your sasakyan to that sasakyan? Saan po nangyari ito?
Sa Phoenix Petroleum po, sa Dahlia Street, Fairview po.
Doon po nangyari yung palitan
Opo.
na inilipat sa inyong sasakyan yung pera. Okay.
Opo.
Alright. Babalikin kita mamaya. Mr. Christian, ikaw naman po, ilang beses ko kayo nakapag-deliver ng pera po sa sinasabi ni D. Alcantara? At kani-kanino po ang inyong pinag-deliveran?
Doon po sa Dahlia po, 7 beses po.
Dahlia.
Opo.
Ano po yung Dahlia?
Yung ito pong binanggit ni...
Sa Fairview.
Opo, Fairview po.
Okay, ilang maleta naman po yung diniliver nyo ho doon?
Per deliver po, nasa 8 to 10 na maleta po.
8 to 10 na maleta. Nagtina-transfer din po ninyo? Hindi.
Opo. Kasama ko po si Mr. Andre.
Kasama si Engineer Alcantara?
Si Andre po.
Si Andre.
Ako po yung driver niya.
Para kanino daw po yun?
Hindi po namin alam, Your Honor.
Hindi nyo alam, pero may sumasalubong. Ilang beses pong ganun transaksyon ang ginawa ninyo, palitan po, o nililipat yung maleta?
Diyan po sa Dahlia, 7 beses po.
7 beses. Ano yun? Buwan-buwan? Linggo-linggo?
Magkakaibang araw po, Your Honor.
Pero sa loob ng isang buwan.
Hindi po.
Mga ilan? Pagitan? Ilang buwan? Ilang araw?
Sa November po, 5 beses po. Tapos meron pong January tsaka March po.
November, January, at saka March. D. Alcantara, will you confirm? November, January, at saka March?
Posible po, Your Honor. Hindi ko lang po talaga ma-recall.
Saan galing po itong pera? Advance po ba ito ng mga kontraktor? Kasi,
Your Honor,
pinag-uusapan pala yung budget ng November, may budget na po kaagad si Congressman ko.
advance po, Your Honor. Actually, yan po...
Advance payment. Yung sa sinasabi niya pong 6-7 maleta, approximately mga magkano pong pera laman nun? 6 na hanggang 8 maleta.
Normally po, ang isang maleta, nagre-range po from 30 to 40 million. Pagkakatanda ko po. Kasi nilalagyan po namin ng numero yon para po for total. Normally po, mga 30 to 40. Pinakamababa na po yung... Pag maliit po yung maleta, mga nasa 25. Meron pong, hindi ko po matandaan kung meron po kaming isang maletang malaking-malaki na kaya po yung 50. Pero bihira po yung 50. 30 to 40 po normally ang isang maleta po. Ang for the information po, yan pong pictures na yan, hindi rin po namin talaga alam kung saan po sila magpapalitan. Pero ang pagkakatanda ko po, yan po yung mga... Hindi po kay Kong Saldi yung delivery na yan. Dahil ang kay Kong Saldi po ipuro sa Valle Verde at sa BGC.
Sino po yan?
Ang delivery na po yan po yung di-deliver po kay Yusek Bernardo. Tingin ko po.
Bakit sa Fairview po?
Hindi po namin alam. Meron lang pong binibigay na number. Tapos inuutos ko po dun sa chief of staff ko, kay Carlo. And si Carlo na po ang nakikipag-usap sa mga driver. At hindi ko po, kahit po ako, si Engineer Bryce, si Engineer JP, hindi po alam kung saan po talaga ang location po. Basta yung number lang po, kukontakin lang po ni Engineer Carlo na ibinigay po sa akin, binigay ko po sa kanya. Then siya na po yung magpe-prepare and then iutos na po sa... Di ba si Carlo ang nag-ano sa inyo? Dalawa.
Sino po si Engineer si Carlo po? Sino
Siya po yung chief of staff ko na kumukuha po sa proponent po.
So, nandyan po ba si Mr. Carlo? Naimbitahan po ba, Mr. Chair?
Alam ko,
Pwede po ba matanong natin? Kasi parang... so si Carlo ang tinatawagan po ng proponent.
hindi po.
Nagte-text sa proponent.
Ako po ang nag-uutos po. Ako po ang kausap po.
Upon the instruction of the proponent. Huwag na natin sabihin proponent, nalilito ang tao, politiko.
Yes, Your Honor.
Congressman o senador. Ganun po ba yun?
Yusek Bernardo and Saldi ko lang po ang kausap.
Si Yusek Bernardo. Kasi may nasabi po silang Congressman Saldi, ito po si Balatbat kanina.
Opo. Nung nagdi-deliver na po sa Valle Verde, sabi ko nga po sa statement ko, Sir, Your Honor, meron pong times na dalawang beses po sa BGC sa parking. Tapos po, and the rest po is sa Valle Verde po, na bahay po dun sa, hindi ko na po kung talagang kanya.
Sinasabi po ni Ginoong Christian ay 7 beses daw po. Panay kay Bernardo lang po ba yon yung delivery na yon? Or may mga congressman po doon at senador?
Ay, ako po, Your Honor.
Opo, yung sinabi po ni Christian kanina, 7 times po siya nag-deliver.
Kay Congressman Saldi po, nakakasama po yung ilang driver po doon. Minsan po kasama po ko, minsan sila na lang po dahil alam na po nila. Doon po sa kay Yusek Bernardo, tingin ko po, ito po yung lugar na yan. Kasi po, putol-putol po yan eh. Hindi naman po biglaan po, Your Honor.
Okay. paano nila nalalaman na na-deliver na? Baka mamaya, tinakbo na ng inyong driver. Meron ba kayong confirmation na natanggap mo na ba, boss? Nakatanggap mo na ba, Kong, yung pera? Nandyan na, 7 maleta? Paano po ninyo nasasabi sa kanila?
Your Honor, ang instruction po ni Carlo, instruction ko po sa kanya, yung pagbibigyan po dito sa Fairview. Actually, parang nagpapapicture pa yata sila. Pero hindi ko po kilala yung tao. Yun lang po yung pinadala po doon.
So, pinagkakatiwalaan nyo sa tao na hindi kilala?
Yun po kasi yung binigay po na number.
Pangalan at number?
Opo.
Nung politiko o nung ni undersecretary?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Alright, okay.
No, Senator Erwin, no, kasi we have the whole day to do this. Bibigyan namin kayo ng extra 2 minutes. Everybody for that matter, no? Kung gusto niyo i-avail yung additional 2 minutes, tuloy-tuloy lang para mas mahaba. Hindi naman tayo constrained sa oras. So, you may continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Si Carlo Rivera, nakapanumpa ka na ba or this is your first time here?
Naka-attend na po ako last hearing.
Nanumpa ka na ba?
Apo, yes po.
Nanumpa ka na rin. Okay, Carlo Rivera. Yung pinagdeliveran mo ng pera sa Valle Verde, sino po? Si Congressman ba mismo ang tumanggap?
Yun po, inuutos lang po namin sa driver. Sila po ang nagdi-deliver po doon.
Yung driver.
Opo.
Ay, yung po ang doon sa Dahlia, sa Fairview.
Yan po is, bibigay lang po sa akin ni D.E. Henry yung contact number. Then po forward ko po sa kanila.
Sino yung nakakausap mo po sa contact number?
Number lang po yung binigay po sa akin. Then pino-forward ko po sa driver. Sila na po ang nag-uusap.
So, hindi mo actually alam kung sino yung doon sa kabilang linya, kung sino yung number na yon.
Apo, yan.
Wala po sinasabi.
Wala po.
Alright. Balikan ko mamaya, Mr. Chair, siguro sa second round ko. Puntahan ko lamang po si Ginoong Bryce Hernandez. Mr. Bryce, yung pinagsasabi po ni Yusek Bernardo, tama naman po. Agree po kayo o may kulang?
Your Honor, parang kulang po yung commitment na binanggit po ni Yusek Robert. Kasi as per instruction po sa amin ni Boss Henry, nasa 25% po ang pinapaprepare na obligasyon.
Okay, pero yung sinasabi po niya kasi 15% para kay Ulay Bar daw. Pero every time po ba 25 yung binibigay niyo lahat?
Pag po gano'n na senatorial funds, ano po, minimum po yung 25%, nagiging 30 pa nga po.
Pag sa senador dinideliver?
Sa tao, staff po ng yes po.
Staff po ng senador
Yes po.
dinideliver.
Yes
So
po,
nasa
Your Honor.
30.
Yes po.
Yung mga tao po nabanggit niya na bago ngayon, tama po ba yon? Or ngayon nyo lang po narinig?
Your Honor, ngayon ko lang po nadinig yun. Hindi ko na po abot yun, Your Honor.
Balikan ko po si Engineer Alcantara, itong mga tao pong nabanggit, sina Chis Escudero, sina Nancy Binay, Bong Revilla, personal na po ba ninyong na-meet ito? Or paano po, naka-text ninyo?
Hindi po, Your Honor. Ngayon ko lang po narinig about Escudero, Binay, yung Bong Revilla po, yung 300 million, si Yusek Robert po ang nambagyan sa akin na sinabi ko po sa affidavit ko po. Wala po akong komunikasyon, hindi ko po sila nakakausap. Ang kausap ko lang po ay si Yusek Bernardo po.
Okay. At one point, nakapunta ka sa birthday party o ano, alam mo yung mga kababayan ho natin, baka may mga litrato po, nandun po kayo sa mga birthday, sa mga kasalan, what have you.
Wala po. Doon lang po sa okasyon ni Senator Jinggoy na sinama nga po ako ng mga dating kasamahan ko po. Nagpa-picture lang po ako. Kahit naman po, kung sino po yung nakita ko doon, ang tanda ko po. Kahit po kay, ano ba yun? Sino po yung tumakbong senador na Dagon? Attorney, ano ba yun? Dagon? Yung ano po? Nagpa-picture pa po ako doon eh. Okay. Yung ano po? Attorney... Gadon.
Attorney Larry Gadon.
Opo, nagpa-picture pa po ako. Basta kung sino po yung nandoon, picture-picture lang po ako.
Alright. So Bryce, mali po yung sinasabi ni Yusek. So parang kulang kasi sinasabi niya 15% lang pero kayo ini-impake niyo 25%.
Opo, minimum po yun, 25%.
So sa palagay mo, doon sinabi niya po, nasaan kaya napunta po yung 10%?
It's either po kay Boss Henry o kay Boss Robert. Hindi po sa akin.
Okay. Pero 25 sigurado ka?
Opo, Your Honor.
Okay. Alright. Dito po kay Ginoong JP. JP, agree? Yun po sa sinabi ni Yusek Bernardo. Tama po?
Agree po na 25% po. up to 30% po yung pinagagayak po.
Will it be safe to say, Engineer Alcantara, na yung 10% napupunta lang siguro kay Yusek Bernardo?
Wala po akong personal knowledge.
Pero kayo po, pag inabot ninyo na sa 25%, lahat po yun.
Yes po, ito po yung pinaprepare ni Engineer Carlo sa tamang 25 to 30. Siya po ang nagpe-prepare po lahat. Kami po sa box. Ano po yun? Yun po talaga yung percentage po, 25 to 30 po.
Okay, kaklarify ko lang, Yusek, pag congressman, senador, 30% po ba ang binibigay ninyong komisyon o yung pinapadala ninyo?
Your Honor, kay Congressman Saldi po is 25 nga po. Kaya sa senador po, wala po akong knowledge. Basta si Yusek Bernardo po ang nagsasabi sa akin na ganun po. At
So, it's Yusek Bernardo ang contact po ng mambabatas, hindi po kayo rekta.
yes po, Your Honor.
Alright. Ngayon, linawin ko rin po, yung para po sa pass-through charges sa mga district representative, meron din po yan. Kasi pa yung tinatawag na parking fee. Hindi naman niya lugar yun, hindi niya distrito, pero kailangan lagyan ng pondo doon. Magkano percent po ito?
5% po, Your Honor.
Hindi, sir. Nais ko lang po liwanawin itong sinasabing pass-through charge for the district representative. Ito po, kung ikaw ay hindi mo distrito at ibinaba mo doon sa distrito na yon, bibigyan mo yung congressman ng distrito na yon ng 6%. Tama po?
Sa representative po, 5 po. 5 po.
5%.
Unfortunately, your extra 2 minutes is up.
One last question na po.
Sige,
One last
one
question. Total po nito dahil may District Engineering Office 8.5%, COA 1%, Contractor 5%, Losing Bidder 3%, Actual Project Implementation 30%, 83.5% po. Tama po. Ang binabawas po sa pagbinaba ang pondo. So
Yes.
magkano po natitira nila sa pondo sa mga commitment?
Commitment po, yun po, yung 25 to...
Lahat-lahat po, lahat-lahat, pati sa inyo na po. Bilisan na lang po natin.
Commitment po sa back po ay
Kaya nga po, estimate na lang sir, magkano natitira para sa proyekto? Magkano po?
30 to 35 po.
30% na lang to
Opo,
35.
30 to 35. Normally
Dahil
po.
yung 65% na sa commitment lahat.
Sa taxes po and commitment. Yes, sir.
Taxes and commitment. Pero mas
Yes, po.
marami yung commitment.
Yes po.
Thank you.
Salamat po.
Thank you. Senator JB Ercito is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, I would like to get to yung sistema ang gusto natin malaman po rito. Siguro, Engineer Alcantara, pagpatuloy, na nabusan ako ng oras na nakaraan. Noong nakarang hearing, nabanggit mo na sa affidavit mo na sa dami ng projects sa district mo at sa laki ng pondo na naibaba doon, hindi na kaya. Yung absorptive capacity nyo, nasagad na. Kaya nga, sabi mo na ikwento mo na dahil bumabaha ang project sa Bulacan, nag-farm out ka na. Naghanap na kayo ng ibang distrito, nakakargahan. Tama ba? Diba? Yun ang sinabi nyo kanina.
Yes, Sir Honor.
Nakakagulat na bilyon-bilyon piso pala ang pwedeng pakialaman ng district engineer. So, ganun ka-powerful o ang inyong kapangyarihan na pwede na rin kayo na maglagay sa ibang distrito.
Your Honor, hindi po ako ang personally na naglalagay. I just want to clarify po this po. Upon the instruction of Congressman Saldico, sabi niya, masyado nang malaki yung Bulacan. Pwede ka man tumulong na makapagbigay din sa mga ibang district? Sige po ako, subukan ko muna pong kumausap. So, hindi po politiko ang kausap po rito. It's the district engineer ko. Gusto nyo ba merong ganito, merong ganito. Kung sino ang interesado, papasa po ng listing sa akin, Your Honor.
So, si Congressman Saldico ang nagsabi na maghanap ka ng pwedeng kargahan.
Kung meron daw pong gusto, Your Honor.
So, paano kayo nakapagbalagay sa mga projects? Halimbawa, nabanggit nyo yung ilan sa kabilang distrito ng Bulacan. Medyo malaki rin kasi ibang nakagugulat lang ako sa Paglobo, from NEP hanggang GAA. Pakiulit nga ulit kung sa kayo nakapaglagay.
Tarlac first, Tarlac second, Pampanga third, and Bulacan second po. Ang tanda ko po ay parang una po 200 saka 300 po. Yun lang po.
So ikaw ba nagrekomenda sa apat na district engineering office na yan maglagay ng pondo si Congressman Saldico o sila na mismo naglagay? Nirecommend mo na doon ilagay?
Ako po ang nag-submit kay Congressman Saldico. Galing po sa DE. Kinausap po yung mga DE. Sino ang gusto at kaya. So kung gusto nyo, ito yung regulasyon. So, nagpasa po sila sa akin. Pag nagpasa po ng listing, pinapasa ko po kay Congressman Saldico.
Nabanggit nyo rin ng huling hearing na hindi ito alam nung mga kongresista, nung mga distrito na nabanggit nyo. Tama ba?
Yes po, Your Honor.
So,
Kasi, sorry po, sir.
Sige po.
Di ilan po yung kinausap ko, Your Honor.
Hindi alam ng mga kongresista sa
Yes
mga
po,
distrito.
Your Honor. Opo.
So pag ganito yung scheme, kanina yung binabanggit ni Senator Erwin Tulfo, yung parking, no? Parking scheme. Pag ganito, ibig sabihin, ito ba yung sagasa na hindi alam, pero nilalagyan ng pondo?
Posible po, pero posible din po si DE kung nakipag-usap po sila sa...
Kasi dalawa yung Mr. Chair, dalawa yung scheme dito no? Yung isa na alam ng kongresista, may parking, gaya ng binabanggit ni Senator Tulfo kanina, pero meron din na talagang yung binanggit nyo na hindi alam ng kongresista pero talagang ilalagay, syempre, para magkaproyekto lamang. Tama ho ba?
Posible po, Your Honor.
So ganun ang inaano ko rito, syempre ganun ka makapangyarihan din ang district
Sen.
engineer
JB, I
office.
think yung sagasa is walang budget yun eh. Babrasuhin ibig sabihin, hindi niya ka-level yun. Mas mataas sa congressman yun. Ibig sabihin, sagasa po eh. Di ba kanina si explanation ni Bryce Hernandez dati, pag sagasa, walang komisyon. Pero pag parking, meron.
Pero ito kasi talagang hindi alam ng kongresista no? So
Opo,
sa ganito, meron silang may parking fee o wala na?
Tingin ko po yung district engineer po ang makakasagot po doon sa pinagdala namin.
Sa kanila.
Kung may usapan po sila ng politiko o hindi.
Bryce, can you confirm?
Linawin ko lang po, yung sagasa po, ibig sabihin, hindi po pinagpaalam sa congressman na ibababa tong pondo na to, pero meron din pong commitment to.
So binibigay yon Bryce, sa mga DE na lang. Hindi alam ng congressman doon kasi walang commitment eh. Tama ba?
Hindi po, may commitment po. Binibigay, iniipon din po ni boss yun.
Hindi, ang sinasabi sa ibang district. Hindi mo inintindi.
Sandali.
Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, yung ibang district po, Your Honor, di po ba?
Yung ibang district, yung pong binigay sa ibang distrito. So baka hindi alam ni
I'm sorry, Your Honor, galing po
hindi
ako
niyo
ng
alam.
washroom.
Pinakonfirm. Anyway, hindi naman sa inaano natin na gusto ko lang matanong din yung kapangyarihan ng isang district engineer. Nabanggit nyo nung kamakailan. Yung pong mga proyekto, alam mo, si Senator Joel nag-request na mga school buildings at iba pa multipurpose yata para
Yes
sa
po,
Bulacan.
opo,
Tama ho?
Opo.
Pero sinabi nyo dahil ubos na ito'y pinalitan nyo na lamang ng flood control projects. Tama ho ba?
Actually, hindi po ako ang nagpalit, Your Honor.
Sino po?
Sa central office po, kami po ni Yusek Bernardo ang nag-usap.
Para palitan.
Pumunta po kami kay Secretary tungkol sa allocation po, Your Honor.
So, ganun din ibig sabihin, kayo po at si Yusek Bernardo, kaya nyo napalitan into flood control. Yung pong mga request na school buildings.
Actually, Your Honor, yung multipurpose building, ako po nagre-report lang po dahil sila po yung Undersecretary for Luzon kung any concerns po sa politiko na nasa kupang ko. Sa kanila ko po sinasabi, Your Honor.
O kasi, hindi naman sa inaano natin, pero naalala ko lang kasi si Senator Joel, consistent yan doon sa flooding at ayaw niya ng flood control, supposedly.
Yes, sir.
Kaya nagulat ako, ba't siya nagkaroon ng flood control? At kayo po ang nagsabi na kayo po, kala ko kayo lang ang office, pero alam din po ni Yusek Bernardo na pinalitan into yung pong request for school buildings and multipurpose.
Yun po ay napag-usapan po sa namin ni Yusek Robert saka ni Secretary Bonoan at that time. Kasi nga hindi na po kayang i-accommodate po yung 1.5 na request po, Your Honor.
At nabanggit nyo rin na meron alam nang hingi ba si Senator Joel? Hindi sa inaano ko, no?
Hindi
Pero nire-reiterate lang natin yung inyo pong sinabi.
Hindi po, Your Honor. Gaya po na sinabi ko, ako po yung gumawa ng paraan at alam ko po kasi galit na galit po si Senator sa flood control po.
Yun nga kasi, kaya natin ito, Mr. Chair, para malaman natin paano nila napapalitan. No? Kung sino, si DE ba?
Hindi po.
Kasama si Yusek
Sa
Bernardo.
central office na po, nagsasabit po ng listing, Your Honor.
So kanina po nasabi po ni Yusek Bernardo, pinakilala po pala kayo kay Saldico mismo. Tama
Yes po,
ba?
Your Honor.
At ang tinanong ay kung mapapagkatiwalaan daw ho kayo. So ilang beses ko kayo nagkakilala? Nagkaroon ng pagkakataon na magkasama?
Ni Congressman Saldico
Apo.
po. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Congressman Saldico po, siguro po, pinakamarami na po yung 2 to 3 times a year kami
2 to 3
magkita.
times a year.
Pinakamarami na po yun. Napakadalang po kami magkita. Basta yun lang pong, minsan po, nagre-request ako na, ano na po ang sitwasyon. Pag malapit na po yung submission ng mga listahan, yun lang po, mga 30 to 40 minutes po kami nag-uusap. Pero,
so
opo.
bago magkaroon ng deadline para sa submission for the preparation ng NEP ba to o sa GAA na?
Meron
Sa insertion?
pong NEP, meron pong para sa GAA.
Kaya may 2 to 3 times. Bago mag-NEP, magmi-meet kayo kung ano ang pwedeng maipasok at bago meron din sa GAA. Bago lumabas sa GAA.
Actually po, yung meeting po, nagtatanong lang po ako kung meron po bang ibababa o wala. Kasi po para makapaghanda po ako ng listahan kami po, makapaghanda po. Yun lang po ang nagiging usapan namin po doon.
Nabanggit na rin lang kanina ni Yusek Bernardo na meron pong commitment fees para po kay Congressman Saldico. Ano po ang usapan nyo pagdating sa kitaan para sa projects na inilalagay nyo sa ibang districts? Meron pa, paano naman yon? Kasi nabanggit nyo na 25 pag sa distrito. Pero paano yung galing sa ibang distrito at paano po ang
Ganon din po. Your
ati
Honor.
anon?
Your Honor, ganon din po. 25 din po yung kinukuha po. Yan po yung mapapatunayan ni Engineer Carlo dahil siya po yung inutusan kong coordinate po doon sa mga district engineer, Your Honor.
So sa DE, ganun din? Meron din yung DE doon?
Hindi ko na po alam kung
Hindi na.
paano po ang proseso nila, Your Honor.
Well, itong anomalya ng flood control projects ay ituturing na isang malaking organized crime syndicate. Kaya nga, sana makabalik tayo muli doon, Mr. Chair, doon sa mga talagang perpetrator, sa mga nagsimula nitong nag-draw up nitong scheme na ito. No? Nakakalungkot, parang napupunta tayo dito sa mga kasama natin. Sinabi mo sa affidavit mo, ang connection mo kay dating Yusek Bernardo ng DPWH na kayo ay magkakilala noong 1997 pa. Malaking papel ang ginampanan mo sa pag-angat ng inyong career sa DPWH at mukhang malaki rin ang papel niya sa iyong pag-unlad, no? Sa madaling salita, malalim ang sabi na nga, malalim ang bulsa at pinagsamahan ninyo, no? Kanina umamin naman si Yusek Bernardo at humingi ng tawad. Sa tingin niyo ba, bakit lubos ang kayong pinagkatiwalaan ni Yusek Bernardo? Ano ang binigay at pinakita mo sa kanya para ikaw ay mapili niyang tulungan makaangat sa buhay?
Actually po, Your Honor, 1997 pa po, magkasama na po kami. Hanggang tumas po siya ng posisyon. Kami po talaga yung mga sinasabi po sa distrito na bata-bata po nila, ganun. So, yun po yun. At siguro po, yung pagtitiwala po, hindi naman po talaga ako sumisira pagdating po sa pera, Your Honor.
Siguro bago lang magtuloy kasi tapos na yung oras ko, no? Si Engineer Bryce, papakonfirm ko lang yung pagpalit ng proyekto na nabanggit kanina ng boss mo, no? Yung school building, ginawang flood control. Do you confirm na si boss mo lang yon o kasama ang central office si Yusek Bernardo?
Si boss po nagutos na gawing flood control po yan. Tsaka may gusto lang din po ako linawin. Yun
sige.
po kasing sa obligasyon na 25%. 25 tama po, 25% po ang kinukuha. Pero kinukuha po ni boss yun, 25% sa ABC, hindi po dun sa proponent. So kung kukumpitin nyo po yun, meron po 2% na napupunta kay boss dun.
Mr. Chair, Senator JB,
Yes, sige.
pwede mo clarify lang kung,
Go ahead, please go ahead.
kung sino yung boss na sasabi niya, Bernardo ba or Alcantara?
Boss Henry Alcantara ko po.
Alcantara. Thank you, Senator JB.
Yung po, so ibig sabihin may 2% pang extra doon sa bukod sa 25% na sa proponent na sinasabi, yung commitment?
Ibig sabihin po, yung 25% po, for example, kung 100 million po yung binaba, ang 25% po nun is 25 million. Pero kung i-compute mo po yung 25%, based po dun sa may appropriate budget cost, nasa 23 million lang po yun. So may extra 2 million po, kay Boss Henry po napupunta yun.
Engineer Alcantara, do you-
Papatunayan po ni Engineer Carlo yan, Your Honor.
Your,
do
Your, Your
do you
Honor,
confirm?
hindi po gano'n ang computation po noon. Kay Congressman Saldi po, nung tinanong ko po siya, 25% po talaga yung allocation. Tinatanong ko po kung saan po ibabase. Pero yung iba po, tulad nung kay Senator Joel, sa appropriation po, diretso po yun. That's why 150 po. Yung iba po, ABC, yun po, nagiging contingency funds po ng office po pagka may mga request. Opo, Your Honor. Pero hindi po sa akin yun.
Nahirapan ako sa computation na parang iba yung accounting nila eh. Ha? Iba yung accounting. Debit, credit, kupit. Parang iba yung accounting ng Hila, Mr. Chair, mamaya na lang pag nandito na si Yusek Bernardo.
Yes, Senator De La Rosa is next.